Welcome. My name is Erica, and this is...
My name is Emilio.
And we are team members for Jell, and this is our webinar for new users. We're going to go ahead and give everyone a couple minutes to go ahead and get in the door. While we're waiting, if you want to drop your name and where you're from in the chat, that would be great. Otherwise, you can go ahead and fill out a poll down on the bottom. All right, everyone's in. So let's go ahead and get started. As I said, I am Erica Green. I am the product manager. I make sure that the problems that you have are getting solved, and I'll let Emilio introduce himself.
My name is Emilio. I'm the customer happiness specialist. If you reach out to us via email or chat, I'll probably be the first one that you speak to.
Great. So what is Jell? Jell is a tool that allows you to communicate and collaborate with your team asynchronously. So instead of spending 30 minutes in a stand-up meeting where things just kind of devolve from there, and then it's more of a status update, what you can really do with Jell is save all that time, save all that money, do it asynchronously, so across the world in different time zones, and you can still get that same sort of spirit of collaboration that you would if you were in a room standing up together. We allow a bunch of different integrations to help you do this. One of our biggest things is Microsoft Teams and Slack, so you can integrate with that. And then if you use Trello or Jira or any other sort of project management tool, we can also integrate with those. If you need something that we don't offer an integration with, we do build custom integrations, so always just reach out to us and ask about that. Why use Jell? As I've said before, it saves you time, saves you money, and allows everyone to collaborate as if they were in one room together, but they don't have to stand up and do, the very long meetings. You can also track check-ins, do one-on-ones, manage your OKRs. If you have any sort of quarterly goals, annual goals that you want to track, you can do all of that in one tool, completely dispersed across the world. You can increase accountability for your team. You can celebrate wins together, track the goals, as I've said before, increase productivity, identify problems, and engage with your team. Who uses Jell? Mostly software companies are our major users, but we also have people from the accounting world, people from the automotive world, people from the manufacturing world, anyone where they really need to collaborate in kind of this stand-up format or track goals with a dispersed team. What are we covering today? We are going to go over the web app. So this is kind of our meat and potatoes of what we offer. We are also going to cover our two major integrations. So that's Microsoft Teams and Slack. We'll also show you how we use Jell with Jira and Trello. Those are the project management tools that we've used in the past. We're going to do a Q&A session followed by a special offer. If you have any questions during this webinar, do feel free to drop them in the chat, or you can scroll down and ask questions. Whomever is not talking will do the best to answer those questions as we go, and then we always have a Q&A session at the end. With that being said, Emilio, I will hand it over to you to share your screen. Oh, Emilio, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, okay.
So let me know when you can see my screen.
I can see it.
Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna start at the top, going through the initial sign up of Jell. If you're here, you're probably signed up for a trial. But if you haven't, to sign up, you just enter your name, email address, and the password, and this is the first page you'll see. You can connect Slack, but we'll go through that in a little bit in a little while. Erica's going to show our Slack integration. For now, we're going to skip this step. And you want to give your organization a name. And if don't worry so much about it, you can always change this later. And once you have your organization created, you can start with either Standups or OKRs. For this demo, we're going to start with Standups. Again, we'll show OKRs a little bit later. We'll give our stand-up a name. We'll just go with the example here. And then we can invite, you can invite your team members. You can add their email address, and you just get separated by comma, or just add each one on a new line. Once you hit the save button, an email goes out to them with an invitation. They click on the email, and then they enter their name, email address, and they'll be part of your organization in Jell. And then that's it. That you have your stand-up created. Your team members that you invited can start submitting the stand-up. You can start submitting the stand-up. But let's go into the settings. This is where you can change the name of the stand-up at any time. And you can change its permissions from private to public. Private means your team members need an invitation from somebody else in the stand-up team to join this stand-up. Public doesn't mean that it's public for everybody on the internet. It means that anybody in your Jell organization can join this stand-up. This is where you control how often the stand-up should be submitted. And this also determines the notifications that your team members get. So you can choose if it recurs monthly or weekly, every how many weeks, the days of the week that your team members should submit their stand-up. And then when you can select the date that it starts. And this section, how should we send reminders? This has to do with the email reminders that your team members will get to submit their stand-ups, and the chat reminders. Chat is only available if you are using the Microsoft Teams or Slack integrations with Jell. The reminders will be sent through Slack as a direct message and through Microsoft Teams, but that also depends on the individual team member settings. So send reminder at, you select the time, and then select the time zone that it should be sent at. We recommend leaving their time zone, especially if you have team members in different parts of the world. That way they can receive the reminder during their work day. Send a follow-up reminder if a team member hasn't submitted their stand-up by this time. They'll get a follow-up reminder by email or chat at the time you specify. Let each team member change the reminder time or disable notifications. If you leave this on, each team member can change the time they receive the notification or disable notifications, but that's up to you. Copy all recipients when a submission is submitted. When this is selected, all the team members in the stand-up will receive an email of the submission, but that's only if they have this specific setting enabled in their own user settings to be notified immediately. Then we move on to the questions. This is where you can edit, reorder, add, delete questions. So to edit them, you just click on this edit button, you enter edit mode, and then you can change what the questions say. You can change the question type. You can make questions required, which it means the stand-up won't be able to be submitted unless this question has a response. Add supporting text. This is to add a little bit more context, or just be more specific of what your team members should be adding to the response. Something like that. And to reorder questions, you just drag and drop. You can copy questions. And sorry about that. Delete questions with this, because I'm zooming in with this button. And then if you ever, to add new questions, you click on these buttons depending on the type of question you want to add. Multiple choice, you can make it required again, and then this is where you add the answers your team members can choose from. You can reorder them by dragging and dropping again. You can add supporting text to them, And if you want to allow multiple selections, you select that. If you ever need to reset things to default, you were playing around with it and then you want to just start over, you click on this reset to default link, confirm, and then once you're finished, don't forget to save and publish your changes. And then we move on to check-ins. Check-ins are like stand-ups, but they offer more options to customize. We have different templates that you can choose from: one-on-one, check-ins, retrospective, health check, recap, or you can create your own custom one. You can preview the questions that are in the template. Again, you can always change these in the check-in settings, just like in the stand-ups. For now, we're going to choose the one-on-one template. Its settings are very similar to that of a stand-up. You can change the name of it, and you can choose who this check-in is assigned to. Whoever is assigned to the check-in will be able to submit a response to it, and they'll get notifications, again, depending on the check-in settings and on their individual settings. You can choose to assign it to everyone in your Jell organization, a specific team, or specific individuals. For a check-in, you might want to create a team for the check-in. That way, any team member that is added to that team will be part of this check-in. Otherwise, you would need to add team members here to add them to the check-in. But if you have a team, you can just add the new team members to that team. These settings are very similar to the stand-up when the check-in should be submitted weekly, monthly, how often it repeats, the days of the week, and when it begins. Very similar, actually the same reminder settings. What is a little bit different is the permission settings, private versus public. Private means anyone that submits that is part of the check-in, they can only see their own submission. Public means everyone that is part of the check-in can view other submissions. But even if you select it as private, you can add additional team members who can view the submissions, even if it's private and even if they're not part of the check-in, if they're not actively submitting the check-in. And the question section is the same. You can edit questions, you can move them around, copy and delete, add additional questions, and if we make a change, we would see we should see the reset to default button. I'm not sure why it's not showing up there, but I think I might have to make an actual change. So once you're done, save and publish, just to make sure your settings are saved. And now we'll move on to our OKR feature. This allows you to track your goals. You can add quarterly or annual goals. You can share the progress with your team members. You can score your own progress depending on how you feel you completed each objective. So let's say you want to redesign a landing page this quarter, homepage. And the first key result, you want to maybe first do accessibility testing. And how will you measure success of this key result? You can measure key results by when they're completed or with metrics. With this, we're going to do when it's completed. To add additional key results, press on this plus button. You can add as many as you want, except for we recommend keeping it between 2 and 5, just to keep focus on the objective. And so another key result might be redesign navigation. Oops. And we're going to measure with metrics. And then something else you want to test, let's prototype on a specific number of people. So for this, we can use metrics. We're starting at 0. We haven't tested it on anybody yet. And our target is 10. Once we're finished adding our key results, just click continue. What type of objective is this? Is this assigned to an individual? If it is, it's usually you, if you're creating it, or team, everyone on a specific team contribute. So maybe you're redesigning your entire website, and then, so for that, there's a specific team for that. Or maybe it's everyone in your organization. It's going to be your development team, your marketing team, your design team. So depending on what type of objective it is, you'll want to select what type of objective it is. For this, we'll just leave it as an individual. Continue. So when do you want to accomplish this? You can select quarterly or an annual goal. We want to, let's say we want to get this done by Q1 of next year. Save and publish. So then after this, to view, you have to go to the drop-down menu and go to that quarter. And now we have this objective for this quarter, for first quarter of 2021. Click on this 3-dotted menu button and go to update progress. So once you start, you want to select in progress, and as you complete each, or as you progress through each key result, you want to come in and let's say you're 10% add your progress. Let's say you're 10% done with redesigning the navigation. You've tested it on two people. You tested on the redesigned prototype on 2 people, and then you save and publish. And yourself and any other team member can come in and comment on your key results, just for feedback, or maybe you want to leave yourself notes, and then once, let's say you completed the objective, it's finished, it's now the end of Q1, you can go in and score how well you think you did on each key result. And see, accessibility testing, let's say you completed that, but you gave it a 9. You redesigned the navigation. You were only able to test it on eight people. So then save and publish that. And then it averages out the score. It shows us the average score that you gave it. Again, you can still comment, or your team members can comment. And a good way to remember how to update your key results would be to set up a recurring plan in one of your stand-ups. I'll go through that in a little while. So I guess that's a good way to move on to showing how a stand-up is submitted. If you have multiple stand-ups, you would see a list of stand-ups here, and you can select which one you would like to submit. But if you were reminded by email or chat, then there would be a link to that specific stand-up for whatever the reminder is. So submitting a stand-up is super easy, super fast. It doesn't take very long. So what did you accomplish yesterday? Let's say for a blog post. And then today I'm going to write a draft for a blog post. I don't have any challenges today. Publish a stand-up. So once I hit this publish stand-up, my team is going to be notified by email or a DM in Slack or Microsoft Teams. They can comment on it. They can like my submission. And if they do, I'll get notified either through through Slack or email or both. And then this little bell here is your any recent notifications. So if you have any likes or comments from your team, they'll show up here. So let's see. Actually, I'm gonna move. This is a demo account. I'm gonna move to our actual account in staging to show a couple more integrations and some of the features that I'm talking about. So I'll close that, and then I'm gonna go to okay. Here, this is what I meant to show. So like I said, if you have different stand-ups that you're part of, you'll see a list of them here. Let me just zoom in a little bit. And if there's another team member who submitted their stand-up, you'll see their submission on the stand-up page here. We have Erica. She submitted the stand-up this morning. If I like what she, if I want to like one of her submissions, I just press the like button. Maybe I want to comment on it. And then if she comments on my submissions after I submit one, then I'll get notified about that. Let me see. I'm going to use the same. And these plans are things I might have not finished the day before, but maybe I forgot to check it off. So I just select it and then move it to things I accomplished. But I have something else that I need to do today. I don't have any challenges today. If it's not required, I can just leave a question response blank. And here's my submission. If I go to my workspace, oh, somebody just liked or commented on one of my submissions, so I got notified here. If I had Slack, the Slack app open, or Microsoft Teams, I would get notified there too. So let's see what my notification is. So Erica commented, "Thank you, Erica," and then she liked my submission here. And then if I want to go here, I can go back to my stand-up. And this is actually what I wanted to show next, our workspace section. These are other stand-ups or check-ins that I'm part of that I haven't submitted yet. My current plans for each stand-up, my demo and design stand-up. So I haven't submitted it, so there's nothing there yet. And future plans, this is where you can add future plans. Let's say you want to remember to be reminded to update your key results for an objective weekly. You can add a recurring plan. So that means it is added to your stand-up automatically when you specify. So to make a recurring plan, you just click this. Make a plan, a recurring plan. You just click on this little arrow. You select when you want to be reminded. I want to be reminded every week on every Friday. Save that. So every Friday when I'm ready to submit my stand-up, this item will be in my plan. So that way I don't have to add it to my calendar, or I won't forget. And if you have other future plans to add them to your current plan, just click Add to Plans. It's automatically added up here. My current OKRs are listed at the bottom. I can always comment from here, update them, edit their settings, update progress score, and then I can copy the objective. And now we're going to go to our user settings. This is your account settings. You can change your name, you can add your title, email address, all that good stuff. Time zone. We recommend double checking your time zone that it's correct to your actual time zone, just so you get notifications at the correct times. You can change your password and then link your various accounts here. Notifications. This is where you control your individual notifications. Standups and Checkins have their own, and if the owner or the admin of the Standup gives users the ability to customize their own notifications. So this is where you would see those options. As you can see, one-on-one with Team Jell. So the admin of that check-in is selected or deselected the option to give users to control their own reminder times. But this is where you can control when you get the notifications, if you're going to get them via email, via chat, what time, and then what days of the week. Send me a daily digest with content for my team. This is an email report. When it's selected, you can select the time of the day that you want to receive a daily report or an email report of who submitted each stand-up or each check-in, and you'll get their submissions in that email. From there, you can click on their name. You go to their stand-up. You can comment and like their submissions. Notify me immediately when a stand-up or check-in is submitted. If you want to get notified immediately, you can select which stand-ups and check-ins you'll be notified about. Notify me when someone likes my submissions. We really like having this on, and we recommend having it on. It's awesome to know immediately who likes your submissions. Just for that immediate feedback from your team. Notify me immediately when someone comments on my submission. Same thing here, and it helps with team engagement. It helps with just you see a submission coming in, and then you comment on it, and it's super easy, super cool. Make sure to save your changes once you're done, and then or out of office mode. Let's say you go on vacation, and you'll be out of office, so you won't be submitting your stand-ups. Just specify the date that you'll be out, a date range, and once you activate it, you'll see this banner up at the top. So if you come back early, you can disable it. The integrations, this is where you can control your integrations. You can connect to the integrations. You can edit their settings. But we'll go through our Slack integration and then our Microsoft integration in just a moment. Our members, you can view your list of your members. Add members, you can add them here. You can add them from Slack, or you can add them through email. Teams, you can create different teams. A member can be part of more than one team. To go to the team settings, you click on this button. You can change the name of the team, some of their permissions, and and control some of their integrations. The company name, you can add your logo. You can change the name of the company, and enable managing OKRs. But this is only available in our Plus plan. But you can do that here if you're on our Plus plan. And billing is where you would select your plan. This is a demo account, but you would see our different plan options here. Your payment information and view past invoices. And now we're gonna move on to our Microsoft Teams integration. So I'll show that. I'll move over to Microsoft Teams and zoom in a little bit here. So installing Jell for Microsoft Teams is super easy. Click on this three-dotted menu button here on the left. Search for Jell. Type in Jell. It show up. You click on it, and then click this drop-down arrow. You want to add it to a team, and select the team. You can type. I only have one team on this demo account, so it shows up as I select as I click on there. And then we want to add it as a bot. That way we can communicate via chat with it, with the Jell bot. Once that's done, we can chat with the bot, tell it to start, and it'll walk us through submitting our stand-up. We can also add it as a tab. Just go to a specific team that you want to add it to, click on this plus button, and then search for Jell. It's already here in my recent ones, but you would just type Jell, select that, and then if you're adding it for the first time, you'll add it to a new stand-up. If you have an existing stand-up on Jell, then you can select one from the drop-down list. For now, we're going to do a new stand-up. Click Save. A new stand-up. Who's going to participate? Maybe I need to add a. This is where you can invite your team members. So there you go. So I need to invite at least one person. And this is where you can submit your stand-up. If somebody, this is a sample of a submission, just like when I showed Erica submitting her stand-up. You'll see that in Microsoft Teams, you can submit the stand-up right from Microsoft Teams without leaving. And then the form is exactly the same as the web app. And as soon as I submit this, my team is going to be notified in Microsoft Teams or via email. And that's it. So with that, I'll kick it back to Erica, and she's going to show us a bit more of our, I believe, Jira integration and Trello. I kind of missed that, but primarily our Slack integration. So let me stop sharing my screen here.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Emilio. Let me go ahead and get mine up and running. All right. So this is our actual Jell for our company. And I'm going to go ahead and show you some integrations. If you are the admin for both Jira or Trello and Jell, you can adjust those integrations in the settings under the integrations where Emilio showed you. I am not an admin for Slack or Jira or Trello, so I can't do it. Always just reach out to your admin if you need anything from there. But I can show you our integrations with the stand-up. So I'm going to go ahead and show you Jell, and I'm going to submit my team stand-up where I'm going to say I did quarterly pulsing. You'll notice here, what are you planning to do today? This is pre-populating from a previous stand-up I had, and you can go ahead and mark it done there. You'll notice that there's this little icon that says we're going to take you to the other screen. You can click on that and go to, in our case, Jira. You can add from, and you'll see your future plans. You'll see Jira and Trello. It's just whatever you have. We had Trello and then we migrated to Jira, but we still have both. So from Jira, you can go ahead and you can search with JQL, which is kind of like SQL, but for Jira. You can search by the title summary. So something that's in the title, or you can search by the ticket number. So dev 123 or PM 123. So I'm going to go ahead and search for demo. And you'll notice that there are a couple of different things that we have here. We're going to go ahead and add it by clicking this plus sign. You'll notice it pops down at the bottom there. You can add in more if you want. So maybe you want to look at PM 1044. You can go ahead and find that there. You can add it. If you want to do your future plans, you can go ahead and pick something from here. You can also do Trello right from where you need. If heaven forbid you're working with two project management tools at the same time. When you're done, all you have to do is click done. And then that is kind of the same regardless of whichever integration you do have. As we've said before, if you need something custom, do reach out to us. We do that. So this is what you have in the app. If you want to look at your Slack, you can see down here, this is our actual Slack. We have apps, the Jell Stage app, so that's our testing. And then this is our Jell bot. You'll notice that I have my stand-up. You'll also notice I have a Jell stand-up, if I can find it, channel here where it'll show all of our team's information. So you'll notice that I did these things and they popped up inside of our Slack So if I want to submit a stand-up, I have to add the bot. So you hit the plus sign. Standups by Jell is already there. All you have to do is search by Jell. And then Jell will pop up, the one with the teal. You'll click on it, you'll install it. Very easy to follow those prompts. And then you'll just go ahead. And if you're ready to start before Jell prompts you, all you have to do is type start. It'll know what you're asking. In our case, I have purposefully waited until it's asked me and trying to prompt me. So you'll see these things. If you have a stand-up, it'll say ready to submit your stand-up. If you're not ready, just click no, it'll remind you later. Otherwise, click yes, let's go. If you have a check-in or multiple check-ins, it'll go ahead and list those there, and then you just click on it to start. And then I happen to have 2 stand-ups because I'm in 2 different products. So we're going to go ahead and say no on the stand-up, but we are going to do this stand-up here and start that. So we're going to go ahead and do the Feedback Panda stand-up. It'll ask, did you finish this? You can say yes, no, I'll work on it today, or ignore it. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I'm going to go ahead and say yes on this one because I did. I can type in something else that I want. So maybe I have something in my future plans. You'll notice there's nothing in Slack that talks about future plans. You can use slash commands instead. So if you like using the command line or terminal, you can totally use this, and it's basically the same thing, except you don't have manual. So all you have to do is do Jell, and then you can do help. So that's slash Jell help. It'll list all of the commands that we have. You can list your teams. You can list the stand-ups. You can list the plans. So that's kind of current plans or future plans. You can list progress, problems. The list goes on and on and on. You can move things back and forth with them. So let's see if I have any Jell future plans here. I do have those future plans. So if I want to move one, all I have to do is take a look at here. So it says move a task from your future plans to your current plans. I'm going to go ahead and copy this because I'm lazy. I'm going to paste it. The team, we have Jell team. Maybe it's Team Jell. I should know this by now, shouldn't I? Jell teams. Okay, so here it is. Oh, it is Jell team. So if you want to know what team you have, you just do Jell team. So I'm going to go back and do it again. And I'm going to move future plans into current plans. So copy that, put that in. It is Jell team. Jell team. And I'm going to pick out the number. So if you're like, what number is that? All you have to do is look here. It's an ordered list. So maybe I'll do 2. So go ahead and do 2. And it's gone ahead and moved that out and moved it to my plans. So once it is in my plans, I can even move it to the stand-up. So all I have to do is either scroll up or do slash Jell help and see how do I move it to my stand-up. I think it's already there. Yep. So it's actually already there. So once it's there, you can keep going back to your other stand-up. So maybe you'll just hit done, and it'll know what's going on. And so it'll say, what are you planning to do today? And you can go ahead and either add that there, or you can add something for here, and we'll just say LinkedIn stuff. And then when you're done, you can either hit done and keep going. So we'll say none. And then if we're done, we can also click next question. And then after that, we can go ahead and click publish. It will be published up to the channel. Our particular channel that we've tied in is called Stand Up Feedback Panda, and you'll see everything there. You can reply in a thread if you want for anything like this. You can do it through the app as well. If you do a like or a comment on the app, you will see it in your Slack. And that's about as easy as it goes. So you don't even have to deal with the app. You can kind of have the command line feel without having to do an API integration. All right, so with that being said, let me go ahead and pull back up these slides. And let's see if we have any questions in the chat. No questions? Awesome. So as a thank you for coming to our webinar today, we are going to be sending you a special code for 30% off of Jell. Depending on which plan you get, you either can pay $5 a month per user for our basic plan, or you can do $10 a month per user with our starter plan from a month-to-month perspective. Regardless of the number of users you have, regardless of which plan you choose, we're going to give you 3 months at 30% off. So now is the time for our Q&A. So if anyone has any sort of questions, do go ahead and reach out. Emilio, is there anything I missed that you can think of that I should be more clear on?
No, I think that was good. I think thank you for showing the Trello and Jira integrations, and then the command line. That's awesome for those looking for a command line like experience with Jell. It's you should shoot your stand-ups to Jell super easy and fast. Yeah, you did great.
Awesome. Yes. At one point, I will remember all of those commands, but not today. All right. Awesome. So that being said, I'll go ahead and give you back 20 minutes of your life. If you ever need anything from us, on the bottom right hand of the app or jell.com, you'll see a teal circle with a white speech bubble inside. We call that the beacon. Feel free to reach us on there, or always email us at team@jell.com, and we'll be happy to help you as soon as we possibly can. All right. Well, thank you so much, Emilio.
Thank you, Erica.
Thank you so much for everyone. We will see you later. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.